Welcome back, everyone, to GSA. We've got yet another 70-star Division 1 playoff match for you. This time, we've got V1RO versus Weegee. This is the first match of their set of three for that very last 70-star Div 1 playoff spot in pace. I'm Electric. Here with me is Scotch and Tie Guy. How are you feeling? And especially, what are you looking forward to in this match?
I'm feeling pretty good, having seen all these really just these playoffs as a whole have just been incredible. Looking forward to seeing the number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed. We got Weegee and V1RO. Weegee going 7-4 and V1RO going 6-5. And head to head during the season, Weegee came on top. So just looking for some consistency, looking for some good play, and I'm really excited.
Yup, same here. And I mean, both these guys just really top tier players. Weegee known for that just really risky gameplay, but whenever he does manage to hit everything that he wants to, he just blazes through this game. And meanwhile, V1RO also known for just really holding his own.
Well, what I really want to look for with Weegee especially is for him to walk in confidently. I've talked about confidence a lot in my other and in the other commentaries that I've done, but especially with Weegee, it really, the confidence is a really big thing. If he messes up in one thing, he's a perfectionist. If he messes up in one thing, he's gonna keep, having that in the back of his head. He's got to move forward and just go.
Yeah, but that's a huge thing with any speed game, is just being able to move past those mistakes, and especially when you're in a match like this where your opponent could just be on the absolute run of their life. You really need to be able to push past any of those little mistakes that you make, as both these guys going to go ahead and get their start, and we've got that little synchronization up and ready for y'all.
And again, this is match one, or this is race 1 of 3 today in match 1, with a total of a possible 9 races total. Best 2 out of 3 matches, best 2 out of 3 races per match.
Yep, so nice synchronized intros. Fortunately, no one opting for a different version of the game to make these intro syncs any harder than they have to be.
I wonder how stressed out these guys are, considering that they're the last set of matches before the semifinals at pace. We've had races already from Punkay, Cheese, and all of those guys. These are the last 2 to go.
Yep. And oh wow, see, Weegee with that really difficult Lakitu skip to save just that cheeky little 10th of a second, but then that delayed rollout there ending up costing him that time. So these guys back pretty well synchronized. And looks like V1RO had a kind of awkward camera angle to start off bomb clip, but both of them getting through pretty all right. Both of a big old bomb. Nice star grabs. This is what you love to see.
Yeah, this is definitely a good start, and really nice way to start out this first race. No complications. Easy first star.
Now, does anyone in chat happen to even remember what that first text box says? Something about Princess's Slide and all this. I don't even like it. These text boxes put so much lore into the game about, like, oh, you just got this many stars, great job, and it's these guys are just like whoop. Now, both of them going into the slide. I'm going to go ahead and predict, based off the script, a 12-6 from Weegee and a 12-8 from V1RO.
Your script's been wrong before, and we've got a 12-6 and 2 12-6s actually. Very nice.
A 6 is just about a quarter of a loop away from an 8, so I'll go ahead and say that was about a 1.75 out of 2.
Script.
Yeah. Must have just been a little ink smudge. And Jarek asking, where's Simply commentary? Simply is currently busy with study abroad school things. Shoutouts to New Zealand.
Weegee with the slight lead as we move into Whomp's Fortress.
Yeah, now let's see how he fares here. We have seen him go for some kind of risky strats, like going for this. Okay, opting for full setup. That's kind of an interesting decision from Weegee, considering how much he just really loves to play the risk game. Both of them with a really, really nice and clean cannonless there.
Playing it easy here, not going for texture setup. Probably just looking for the consistency to start off this match.
And now Weegee opting for Pro Cycle on 100 coin. It looks like V1RO.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them going for Pro Cycle here. See how they can complete this.
Both of them making good progress. Weegee, beautiful jump there. Making it
V1RO taking a
very
dive.
easily. Oh no, V1RO completely missing that cycle. Weegee, meanwhile, missing 1 coin off of the platform. Not a huge deal though. I believe he does still have ample extras at the end of the route.
And then V1RO missing that second wall jump, having to take a third. Looks like he'll go ahead and complete this 100 as normal. Not able to get that early cycle.
Meanwhile, Weegee with that interesting little slide there. Not exactly sure what happened, but making some very nice time on this 100 coin. Go ahead and finish it out. As V1RO also, yeah, 100 coin really doing V1RO in. As Weegee picking up the red coin star before V1RO has even spawned the 100 coin.
Just not as precise, not as consistent movement that we're seeing here from V1RO as we are from Weegee. Weegee taking that early lead.
Yep. And I do see a few people asking in chat. So just to clarify, our playoffs do work differently from our league matches. So this is currently the first match, and each match is a best of 3 races. So whoever wins 2 races first is going to take this match. So let's say Weegee gets this race and then the next race win, then that'll be the end of this match and the match will go to Weegee. The person that gets the spot in the semifinals at pace is the first person to win 2 matches. So at absolute least, we could see someone win 2-0 in the first 2 matches, and then bam, after 4 races, pace spot is in their hands. We could also see, though, just complete splits with each match going 2-1 in one direction and the other direction, and we could see all the way up to 9 races. So pretty interesting. Today, unfortunately, just because we only have 1 match, we will only see 2 or 3, depending on how these first 2 go. So hopefully that clarifies everything for anyone that's a bit confused about that. As Weegee going in on the King Womp, who appears to be very confused as to why Mario is assaulting him at the top of his own fortress home. You know, Mario having to go through a lot of effort to get up here, just a big floating island in the sky, and there's no obvious motive. It seems that Mario is just hellbent on just completely destroying this slab of sentient concrete.
Weegee commenting in the booth saying that he's actually very nervous and very cold, so hopefully that won't affect his play too much. Able to get over those nerves and able to stay consistent as he has this lead and moving up the top of that tower and finishing up Womps.
Yep. And I mean, yeah, it's interesting that Weegee says that, though, considering that he's already developed a decently substantial lead, and there hasn't been a whole lot going down on his end.
Well, he's been just so consistent so far, and V1RO, messing up there at that 100 coins, giving Weegee that lead. Hopefully that'll assist him a little bit there as he moves down into his slide. I'm going to guess a 12-7 and a 12-6.
Well, let's go ahead and pull out the script real fast. 12-5 from Weegee, interestingly enough, but I think the script is wrong. 7. There we go. Wilco somehow with a bootleg copy of the script, it seems. Definitely need to do some searching here. The script is not supposed to leave the GSA headquarters. In fact, whoever is responsible for that may actually need to go ahead and purchase a ventilator.
Oh, look at that!
12-6. Wilco's script seems to be from a reliable source. GSA absolutely scrambling to figure out who the mole is that is leaking these scripts. Absolutely devastating. There is the potential now for the pace script to leak.
You guys need to lock your stuff down, man.
What do you mean, you guys? You're in our commentators booth. You work for us.
You hold the script, man.
In fact, wait a minute. Weren't you the one that was tasked with copying the script for today's match?
Listen, I didn't have it. All right, don't blame me. And with both these guys finishing up their winged red coins, doing a really nice job there. Weegee moving into Dark World.
Yep, beautiful tech skip from both of them. And now Weegee. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that jump diving movement to start Dark World, at least not in 70 Star. Going for that box rollout movement. This madman is going for a Zaya cycle, it looks like.
Takes a lot of precise movement here, so he'll want to stay on pace.
Look at this. I think he may have been just a little bit late for it seems, but that was still even better than a Shig, as V1RO taking a little bit of a freeze break, you know, going ahead and pausing his timer as well as his game.
Weegee missing that first wall kick there, able to get the back up.
And people in chat confirming that that is full Zaya. Sorry, it is so rare to see Zaya in a race situation that it still looks a tad unfamiliar at times, as V1RO apparently just directly ripping off Weegee's video feed somehow, the ultimate ballsy splice.
Everyone pulling out the syncs in chat.
Yep, just completely perfect sync. You can't ask for any better sync.
You really can't, and it's perfect.
But unfortunately, the sync falling out in favor of this nice blurred out image of Dark World.
I think that's Lethal Lava Land inside of the volcano.
What did I just say? Oh my gosh. You know, commentator been overloading himself. Definitely needs to take at least a little bit of a break from the booth. Hasn't seen the sunlight in... Wait, what even is the sunlight? I don't remember what it looks like anymore. That's scary.
Too much, man. Need to get some air.
Yeah, just going a little bit too hard.
Weegee doing a really nice job with that little hop there, opting out of Island Hop.
As now V1RO comes back from the dead for his own sky jump here. Decently behind Weegee. Very, very clean flying there for that sky jump. Wow. As Weegee moving into CCM, going to be going ahead and starting out with wall kicks will work. We'll see if they work for our man here. Nice fast turn setup. And it's clean. Nice dive into that star. They work for him in such a profound way. Let's see if V1RO can also pull this off, as Weegee going in on that little penguin.
Just a really nice angle there from Weegee. See if V1RO can do the same here. And it appears he'll get it.
Nice.
And Weegee sliding down with the little penguin.
Yeah, you really don't expect any issues with this penguin star, especially after you get that triple and the penguin grab. Penguin's hitbox can be really, really finicky, but once you actually grab the penguin, the star is free, honestly. And so V1RO also going to be doing the penguin star here. As Weegee going in on that slide skip. Let's see how his moonwalk ends up going. You know that a player like Weegee is going to go for it.
Just slightly fast. Oh, he's opting out of it there. And V1RO going for his 100 CCM.
Yep, committing to CCM 17 here. Must be pretty confident in that double plus, while Weegee is also going ahead and moving into CCM 18. Interesting that a player like Weegee doesn't feel that confidence in double plus. You know, maybe he's just trying to play it a bit safe, which is kind of an interesting transition for Weegee, because we've obviously seen so much risky play from him.
Right. overall, pretty good though so far. Nothing really too crazy to report on other than that one little incident with V1RO and Wom's Fortress. Hopefully we can see this consistency all the way through. Would be really nice.
No doubt we'll see what we can do here with the CCM. As V1RO missing the long jump into that star. Pretty unfortunate. As Weegee with that nice CCM 1800 coin.
Now we're going to see a little bit of a path difference between V1RO and Weegee here. So just as a reminder, you know, V1RO walked out of CCM with 17 stars and Weegee's walking out with 18. So probably won't see them match up until what, Fire Sea?
Potentially. We could see them line up after, if everything goes according to their plans, they'll line up after SSL due to V1RO going for that double plus. But
Okay.
if V1RO ends up missing plus enough and decides to do HMC early instead, then the route actually won't converge all the way until Tippy. So it's certainly in V1RO's hands at the moment to decide whether they will sync up sooner or just towards the very end of this race. And some decent shade being thrown around in the chat due to people falling for other people's memes. You know, very, very interesting chat dynamics we've got here at GSA.
Chat keeps it real, man. I appreciate the chat. Both guys taking care of Big Boo upstairs on the roof with limited ease.
Yeah, but I mean, Weegee just doing some insane stuff right now. This is just awesome to see.
He's on a really good pace. He hasn't had any major mistakes at all. It's that perfection that we expect from him, though. That desire for greatness. V1RO taking care of Mipsy pretty easily. Opted for the dive instead of the punch grab.
Yeah, the dive is just so much safer that it's especially in a race where you're going against someone like Weegee, there's not much of a reason to risk that punch grab.
Punch grab
Hello,
is so
Senior
nice to see,
Kittens.
though.
Oh yeah, like
right there.
side.
There you go.
You ask and you shall receive.
I like the punch grab. It looks so clean. V1RO having some difficulty there as I'm musing over Weegee's punch grab on Mips, having to back up with the Pyramid Star. Weegee going for Tama Plus.
And pulling...
And getting to the right side of that pyramid, but he'll get it.
Yeah, able to get that clip really nice.
V1RO will get his own plus.
So, V1RO putting himself in very, very nice position.
Starting to see that sync up right here. V1RO just slightly behind it. Going on that lower level there. That's a little odd.
Pika Peaches, the difference between Tama Plus and regular Plus is Tama saves about 4 seconds at the expense of you have a lot less wiggle room to be able to correct for early mistakes. What you're effectively doing is so the way that Plus works, you started out by grabbing the bomb in the middle of its explosion animation, which triggers a similar bomb glitch state as the bomb clip that you see at the very beginning, where it starts like forcing Mario backwards. And then you do a throw and regrab, which ends up being it causes a like further glitch state. And yeah, sorry about that. 4 seconds total, not 4 in each. That's my bad.
I don't mean to stop you there, but V1RO having a little bit of difficulty there with the big bully, getting a little burn before he got the star there, wasting costly seconds.
Yeah, that's always unfortunate to see. Yeah, and thanks for that clarification. I actually, for some reason, thought it was 4 for each, which, thinking back, that's very excessive. But anyway, when you do the bomb regrab, it then allows Mario to move around more, like do ground pounds while holding the bomb, and it also makes the bomb timer go for longer. The reason that I'm bringing all of that up is Tama Plus combines the bomb regrab with getting over the slope to actually like slide up the pyramid. So it's effectively you're combining 2 steps into one, which ends up making that whole section more tricky, and it gives you a lot less wiggle room to correct for things. Because what you normally do is to do the bomb regrab for that extra bit of glitchiness, you're actually like throwing the bomb as you're sliding down the slope back towards that like stone platform area. And when you're doing Tama Plus, instead of sliding down that way, you actually do the bomb regrab on the complete other side of the slope. It's easiest if you like look up both setups and see them side by side. You'll be able to see the difference very, very easily. It's a bit hard to explain. But anyway, both these guys making very, very short work of LLL as V1RO having lots of issues here with the triple bullies, getting just completely bopped.
Looked like he was having a little difficulty matching up his Z and A buttons there. Went with the backflip instead of a ground pound. You know, clean it up. And Weegee is just burning through Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah, just making really, really short work of this. V1RO is the only person in the history of Mario to backflip there. That is very agreeable. Weegee is just on an insane run right now, by the way.
V1RO going for his... Oh, doing a nice little pole glitch there with that lava boost.
Yeah, sneaking out a little bit of extra time to kind of exchange for that sloppy introduction, especially those triple bullies. As Weegee going in for his triples.
Able to get the ground pound, gets pushed out at the same time.
That was really, really nice and quick, though, ultimately, despite having to take so much extra time on this big bully. And, you know, it looked like he was slightly risky for V1RO ending up taking a big dive off of the elevator instead of the triple jump, but able to survive in the end. Can he? Okay, he's got the rollout and the star. He is good now. Nice.
Lots of mistakes there on both ends, and LLL moving into Triple D.
Yep. Gonna be popping open this triple star door.
V1RO will obviously be going into HMC early with his different route from Weegee.
Yeah, unfortunate that he wasn't able to get those pluses to work the way that he wanted to. Or actually, okay, I do have to admit, I didn't actually see the fails. Did he just commit to HMC early? I
think that he committed to it early, considering how he opted out of that first star near the beginning. You know, him walking out of CCM with 1 less star than Weegee.
So okay, so that can actually mean like 2 different things. CCM 17 can be the fastest route if you do double pillarless and get both of the stars inside the pyramid. I believe it's like 3 seconds faster than doing CCM 18 with a single plus. So that was actually what I thought that V1RO was doing whenever he exited CCM 17 that way. But if he didn't end up getting a pillarless fail, he might just be deciding to take the HMC early route just because. Kind of a interesting choice from his end, especially in a race like this.
We saw this route earlier from Rock Chalk when he was having difficulty with his pluses, opting out of the second plus because he was just having difficulty with bomb grab. And Weegee going for front sub here.
Yeah, moving up to the right side, and it's good. Very nice.
Just optimal movement. Really nice lag reduction there as well. V1RO going for Christmas Miracle here, and he'll get it on the first go.
Yep, and nice star collection there. As Weegee going ahead and clearing out Manta Ray.
So we'll for sure see really the difference in timing between V1RO and Weegee here by the end of Fire Sea. V1RO will walk out of here with one more star than Weegee, but there will be a pretty sizable difference considering all things.
Yep.
And Weegee able to get that lava boost there. Really nice. Saves a ton of time.
Yeah, really, really clean Fire Sea from Weegee. Just an absolute mad run right now. As V1RO going in for his chest in the current. Yeah, Weegee truly just on a new level at the moment.
Able to make that first throw. If you miss those FS throws, you know, it's
Brutal
super
time
costly.
loss.
Super costly.
You know, Bowser's got to go ahead and get out his level, go ahead and realign the whole stage, maybe sink a little bit of it in lava just to make sure that it's warm for his feet. Senior Kittens, yes, Weegee is still ahead. It looks like he's kind of not due to the route difference, but that's just because V1RO has already done agency. Weegee apparently 10 seconds off of his PB. What a time.
Well, he's just been so consistent the whole way through, and V1RO able to get his right front sub as well.
Yeah, and like things like that should be saving time over your opponent, not matching time with them. Nice RNG to go ahead and start. He's got one double, and not even going for the second.
Only going for the single double.
And just not liking that coin RNG, so gonna go ahead and take his first miss, which honestly I don't fully agree with. I feel like it was close enough that he should have gone ahead and grabbed it just for the safety, but oh well.
Doing pretty good so far on these secrets, other than that little coin RNG. Taking an amp though.
Yeah, real high jump during that shock too.
Commentator needing some 5-hour energy maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with the yawning, because I feel pretty awake. It's just, I don't know. You're maybe going a little bit too hard in the booth. Maybe needs to go ahead and bring a mattress, or, you know, leave the commentator's booth someday. Just not exactly sure where the exit to the building is yet. As we've seen before, the GSA headquarters, a huge labyrinth. Very nice movement from V1RO, though.
You've been putting in that time, been commentating a lot.
I just love it, man. I mean, it's especially like when I have the time to do it, I'll do it. And you know, it's just so much fun. It's great.
V1RO missing that lava boost there, having to hope he can make it up here quickly enough. And it looks like he just barely will.
It just squeaks it out nice and pretty.
Weegee able to get that triple jump there, not having to worry about the boxes.
Getting shoutouts from the Speedrun channel itself for just going hard in the booth. I mean, you got to do what you got to do for the fans. You know, Weegee does not hold 70-star world record. Weegee is mainly focused on these shorter categories. And so his time for 70 doesn't really reflect his skill level at the category. Ooh, but taking a huge fall off of the top of the town rotating platform.
That long jump just seemed a little too long from the angle that I saw, and you could just see him falling there. He's gonna take his time there on that second go around and keep it safe so that he doesn't fall over again.
And managing to get the stars, Wilco throwing some significant shade by mentioning that Weegee's been spending some time with Water Gun Mario.
Oh, I did see him playing Sunshine the other day. That was hilarious.
Yeah, no. I mean, at a certain point, you know, gotta appreciate those 10-minute breaks between resets.
If I were having a little difficulty with the stairs there, taking a little bonk.
Yeah, it can be a little bit weird when you're like using that shortcut, and especially if you just get like kind of a weird angle at first, you'll like just like collide with that middle column and then loop back around without even really realizing what you're doing. It's really scuffed sometimes.
So now we've got a better idea of what the lead looks like with Weegee having his 1-star lead as he moves into THI and V1RO working on Wet Dry World, and Weegee having a little difficulty there with secrets, taking 2 burns.
Yeah, finally able to get that third secret there after that nasty bonk on that wooden plank platform there. V1RO, meanwhile, just trying to make his way through Wet Dry World.
Not as big of a difference in time as I would have expected. Or separation in time as I would have expected with V1RO moving up into upstairs.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling about the same way. Although you do have to remember that the stars in HMC are so quick that when Weegee does get down there, he's going to just be flying through.
Restreamer calling out the seed of this randomizer, just calling it complete garbage.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everything seems to be vanilla, and the vanilla spawns just in some cases are not
V1RO with a double-double!
Heck yeah! Let's go, V1RO. V1RO gonna be clenching this game 1 with that one trick, saving just a couple of seconds.
And able to pick up that stray coin as he comes back around.
Yep, nice RNG so far. Ooh, wow, that box treating him real nice.
You've been playing that randomizer lately, yeah?
Oh yeah, I think I've completed 3 seeds so far of it, and especially version 4 is certainly improved. It's just, whenever you end up getting a stage like SSL and Metal Cap stage, things get very, very scuffed.
Coming into the more difficult stage of upstairs with TTM, Weegee working on his breezeless, and he'll get it.
Nice clip through, just super, super easy.
V1RO taking care of his 100 in Wet Dry World.
Oh, but taking
he's gonna miss the platform!
Fall. At least he accidentally hit that block as he was passing by, so the water level did rise.
Not eating up too much time, but regardless, wasting costly seconds on missing that platform. That's a little bit easier to make.
And just a really odd, unfortunate mistake there. V1RO going to be going ahead and going in for THI Reds. This is one that you don't see a whole lot. So the reason he's doing this is because he did CCM17 with HMC early. One of the big reasons HMC late is so good is it gives you the opportunity to grab the MIPS 50 star. Now V1RO unfortunately missing that last red. But because V1RO did HMC early, he's not going to have the opportunity to get that second MIP star. So he has to grab an extra star, which is fulfilled by THI Reds here. Which I believe THI Reds, if done optimally, is the fastest of your options. You do also have Toxic Maze and SL Reds that are also very, very good options for replacing that MIP star.
Don't mean to stop you there, but Weegee's TTM Reds just absolutely wicked.
You're just completely nutty with those rollouts and such. Like I've come to just expect that sort of movement from Weegee at this point.
It was so sick. That was really just really nice movement. V1RO able to take care of those THI secrets.
And thanks, Wilco, for the confirmation. Yeah, the big reason, though, that you don't see a lot of people go for THI Reds is failing it costs so much time. And being that it's the mostly empty cavern with just a few platforms, it's very, very easy to fall off just one of the platforms and lose just massive time. So SL Reds and Toxic Maze ultimately much, much safer. As Weegee going to be making his way up to the snowman's head. Beautiful pro strats here.
Perfect. Like I said, Weegee's a perfectionist, and he's showing off just how perfect he can be.
Yeah, just he is a perfectionist showing his perfection ultimately. Ooh, but narrowly not able to get on top of that ledge to be able to slide over for this box. And taking a bonk instead of a ground pound. That is unfortunate.
That's weird to see. You see him do really well on that snowman's head, the harder part of that course, and then a little bit easier of a star and having a little difficulty.
Yep, as Weegee going for this beautiful pro strat deep freeze, using a delayed dive and also
V1RO very TTM without getting the star.
I can't. We actually saw that from Cheese in one of his Toast Rider matches, so I can't believe we almost saw that twice. Wow.
Having a little bit of a brain fart there. Gonna back up, go for his breezeless, and he'll
way
miss
too
it.
far off.
Yeah. He just wasn't set up right from the beginning. I'm kind of surprised he backed up to try to go for it.
Tribal, part of what happened was V1RO talked to Toad, and then instead of grabbing the star, he almost jumped into TTM, which when you don't grab a Toad star like that, you then have to talk to Toad all over again to get him to respawn the star. It's pretty bad.
Weegee moving on downstairs, going to take care of HMC late.
Yeah, and so this
Mipsy first, and oh, that nice punch grab again.
Yeah, so this star right here that he's getting from Mips for grabbing him the second time, this is the star that V1RO had to replace with THI Reds. As V1RO going to be making his way nicely up this slope for one of these mountain stars. As Weegee pulling into HMC.
Really nice box jump there. Having no problem with it at all. Almost not needing to take a dive there.
That's how you know that you're really, really precise with the way that you're falling on that.
You can take a moment now. talk about pace.
Yeah, so this race is the last of our playoff sets to figure out who's going to be taking this final 70-star position at the Pace Live Finals. So this is race one of match one of a potential 3 matches. And Pace, in case you somehow have not heard, that is going to be our live event at Xanadu in Laurel, Maryland, coming up on April 25th, where we will have the finals of our 70-star Division 1 league, as well as our Celeste Any Percent and SMO Any Percent leagues. We're also going to have a number of awesome showcase runs, including Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Owlboy, Better OOT, or rather Faster Quest Hundo, OOT Any Percent, and of course, the huge 120-star race between Cheese, Punkay, D Whatever, and Saglemic. So Pace is going to be a really awesome event. Hope to see all of you there, possible live. But if not, we will be streaming the whole thing on Twitch. So should be a super, super awesome event. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Weegee actually is going to be running SMS there. So if Weegee ends up making it into those semifinals, he could be running both SMS and SM64 at that same event.
Oh, you're talking Weegee having a little difficulty with that boulder RNG, taking not 1 but 2 boulders to the head.
Unfortunately, not getting toasted and having that 3rd hit, but Weegee certainly needs to watch a little bit harder for those rolling rocks.
I don't think he paid him off. What you gotta do is you gotta pay him off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's why you miss Lakitu skip early on, because like you know, Lakitu is the one that controls the RNG in the game. I mean, if you don't believe me, back in the league matches, so many people. Ooh, V1RO ending up. Oh, I don't know how I forgot about this, because V1RO ended up doing HMC early, and CCM 17 and all of that. He actually has to get 2 extra stars. I don't know how I forgot about that. So yeah, that's partially why HMC late is so nice, is because like by either doing CCM 18 or double plus, like you get rid of all this like extra stuff, so to speak, way earlier on.
Weegee taking that quicker strat there with that Lakitu bounce, missing the star on the first ground pound, able to get on the second go.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you get cruiser crossing with that first try Lakitu bounce and such, it's really, really nice.
Ooh, V1RO having a little difficulty with that ice house there. Weegee's doing a really nice job in Rainbow Ride here. He'll be going for his reds.
Yep, let's see how Maze goes for him. Very clean execution so far.
Really just having no problems at all.
And V1RO having to take an extra little jump kick off of that wooden plank in order to make his way up on top of the platform.
Ooh.
Ending up taking a ledge grab instead of a wall kick, though, which is kind of going to mess up his momentum, as Weegee is swinging around in this breeze.
Taking a burn.
Though, instead of a dive.
Not too much of a problem for him, though. He'll clean it up. And as V1RO is taking care of his Rainbow Ride Reds, Weegee will make his way into TTC.
Yeah, for that beautiful TTC 100.
Probably, arguably the hardest part. Oh, he's looks like he's not going to be going for 100 off the bat.
Beautiful strat on that time jumps, though. I don't believe I've actually seen someone do the long jump to have so much speed going through the cage like that.
TTC, arguably one of the hardest parts of 70 Star, would you say?
I think that's definitely a very agreeable point. I mean, TTC and Rainbow Ride are both immensely difficult, but part of the huge problem with TTC is whenever you take falls, the center of the course is basically empty. So the farther you get from the walls as you're falling, the more of a chance that you're just gonna die immediately. And then just all of the really precise movement involved. Just watching through TTC 100, there's a lot of like fairly advanced tech that is involved. Like one of the best instances is after you collect all the blues, having to do that triple jump wall kick and then like kind of manipulate Mario out of the way underneath the platform that you want to get on after the wall kick. It's just there's so much really precise movement, a lot of really carefully timed triples and kicks and such, and just everything about just TTC 100 and then furthermore TTC as a whole is just very grueling.
Weegee having a little difficulty there with the platform, having to opt out and move away from it, take the other direction. Taking a burn,
Ooh,
but able to stay on the hand there.
Wow!
That was very good movement and very precise, and a really nice backup. Keeping away from taking a death there, man.
What an insane save from Weegee. Wow.
I think that Weegee's gonna go for TTC 100 last here.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Yeah, as he goes for, he's gonna be going for reds here, so he's definitely gonna be taking care of TTC 100 last. Not something you often see. Wonder why he chose to do that.
Nobody knows.
V1RO taking care of his TTC 100.
Yeah, so I mean, ultimately, even though Weegee is on just an insane run, V1RO has not been doing half bad in this race.
Had those early problems, hasn't had any problems since.
And that's always really nice to see.
Ooh, V1RO taking a bonk there from the pendulum. Having to back it up.
Weegee with some nice movement to go ahead and start off this TTC 100.
Just really clean movement here. Watching out for that invis wall we've seen lately. Just a really nice 100 there from Weegee.
Yep.
And Weegee will go talk to Toad and make his way up into bits. Man, now Weegee's on a really good pace here.
Yeah, he's certainly on pretty low 48 pace.
At least he'll get at least a 48, 49 here.
Yeah, mid to high 48, especially with a very nice bits and throws.
Fastest time that we have for a race is a 48:08, correct? And he's gonna go right side here.
Oh,
He's gonna miss the right side! And he's gonna take a death in bits!
Oh, man.
Doing the rage pause.
The biggest bonk. Wow.
That was brutal to watch.
just insane.
And he got about 3/5 of the way through that. So he'll take a pretty sizable time loss there.
As now V1RO getting his own 70, so Weegee really can't make another big mistake like that. He's going to be going for left side.
Yeah, safer with the left side there. Going to grab there.
All
take care of
right.
it. As V1RO starts his bits, Weegee is going to be looking to get 3 out of 3 here. Finish it off, give V1RO no room to make up time.
Yep. Nice throw. Double nice.
And missing the third throw.
Okay, V1RO can make up some decent time right here.
Just needs to make that one last throw and he'll make it.
All right, so securing a 49, let's see, 49-33.
And V1RO missing his first throw. But Weegee taking that first race.
A really, really nice stellar performance. See if we can pull out that consistency again.
And V1RO will finish off his bits as well with a low 50.
Yeah, not a shabby time at all, especially against another player like Weegee.
Well, very consistent from both guys here. V1RO taking that different, path than Weegee. We'll see to have that same consistency for both these guys in race number 2. And it looks like we'll go ahead and have that race 2 start right away.
Yep, just got to have these guys clear out those files, and they've confirmed that they're about ready to go ahead and kick off this race number 2. Weegee hoping to go ahead and secure a quick little 2-0 win, but V1RO, if he's got anything to say about it, he is certainly not wanting that to happen.
Chat saying that Weegee is getting disqualified for not stopping his timer, and both the commentators get to move into finals. How do you feel about that?
You know, I'm thinking I could probably hold my own against Punkay. You know, he's really, really good, but I've been putting some practice in.
I'll let you take care of that. I'll opt out.
You know, maybe if Punkay just has like 7 different console crashes, then I could maybe have a chance at having a lead getting out of Womps. As we go ahead and fly through this intro right quick. Yahoo! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wah! Yeah! Woohoo!
Easily taken care of Lakitu Skip.
Yep, I mean, at this level, and especially with the amount of time that Weegee has to have put in to make that pro strat work, certainly it's not something that you expect to be really inconsistent at all for these guys.
V1RO with a little slower movement there than Weegee, so Weegee will have a slight lead here as we move into BOB.
Has anyone missed Lakitu skip? Actually, yes. Earlier in Toast Rider versus Cheese, one of the matches, Toast Rider missed Lakitu skip. And in the league matches, it's been pretty common overall. It's one of those things, especially when you start going for the more complex setups like what Weegee does, it's very easy to just mess it up a little bit. And especially since like the intro is fairly short, if you mess it up, it's just a really quick little reset. So Senior Kittens, the Lakitu text box takes about 7 to 8 seconds. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world time loss, but it's one of those types of things that, especially if you're in PB attempts, you just reset. It's so early on in the run that it's, why would you continue to run with that? 12-6 from Weeg, 6 from V1RO too. Ooh, I knew I should have said a 12-7. I knew it.
Really nice slides from both, though. Nothing too crazy.
Yep, as both these guys can go ahead and move into Womps.
What do you think? Is V1RO going to go for the same route that he did last time, or is he going to go back to the more standard route that we see normally?
You know, I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of thinking that he'll go with the tried and true, but at the same time, I mean, with him taking a loss in that first race, he may go ahead and switch things up with either CCM 18 or double plus. Who knows? As Weegee and V1RO with a very nice quick cannonless, again, still neck and neck.
Opting out of that texture setup again. Again, going for that pro strat there. See if V1RO can clean up from that mistake from race number 1 and make this cycle.
Yeah, Weegee making the cycle very nice and clean twice, as V1RO making the same mistake.
Just waiting a little too long to jump. Having to wait for this little platform to bring him around. Again, wasting those precious seconds that he did in race number 1.
Yeah, just brutally unfortunate.
He took that bonk in the first race as well. Weegee able to take care of his 100 with relative ease. As he goes for his Owless. And he'll get it on the first go.
Yep. You don't really expect someone like Weegee to fail a trick like that with just, again, how much time he's put into it like that.
And V1RO will also get his own Owless.
Weegee gonna go ahead and grab into the Wild Blue. It's always nice to see this as a standalone star rather than having to be used as a backup. Ooh, Weegee with that very, very interesting failure there on... Oh, what is going on Weegee's side?
Taking a slide down that wall.
And just cannot make his way up to the King Womp on the summit. Really, really unfortunate. You know, maybe Womp at this point just trying to crush you for just being so bad at getting on top of his fortress. Who knows?
Both these guys taking care of King Womp.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's there's so many different names people use from him, like Big Daddy Womp, and I mean, like, he doesn't have a crown or anything, but I just, I don't for whatever reason I just find it slightly hard to believe that he sired every single one of the other Womps on this fortress. So I don't know if Big Daddy is really the most appropriate term.
Restreamer saying Professor Womp is the appropriate term.
Yeah, probably. He looks a little bit like a Pokemon professor, as V1RO going right past the star on top of the tower. I'm just glad he didn't jump entirely off the tower. That would have been so rough. And now place your bets. V1RO, or sorry, not V1RO. Wilco's saying that in his script, a 14-1 is going to be on this slide. So Weegee with a 12-7, V1RO with a 12-8.
Maybe your script is right this time.
You know, it could have finally found the correct copy. You know, maybe they're finally deciding to treat me with dignity and respect.
Very nice.
Electrodamus back in the house. I offer all sorts of clairvoyance and psychic services. Go ahead and sign up today. I need the training so that I can go ahead and perform for James Randy's $1 Million Challenge.
And Weegee,
just
missed
beautiful
that first
flying,
red coin
except
there.
for that first red, yeah.
Yeah. Opting to come back around and get it instead of circling back immediately. Making the right call, I think.
Yeah, we'll go figuring out the strat. We hand out numerous fake copies of the script, kind of like an interesting little fun fact. Whenever Star Wars, the original was, Episode 5, whenever it was being filmed, only James Earl Jones actually knew that the line that Darth Vader uttered was, "Luke, I am your father," or like whatever the actual line is, because I know it's very, very widely misstated. As Weegee going nutty with Dark World yet again, showing off that beautiful box rollout strat. But the actual actor in the Darth Vader suit, his copy of the script, V1RO also rocking that box rollout. Wow.
Both these guys trying to go for a Zaya cycle.
Zaya from Weegee. Nice. And V1RO with a very, very nice cycle there too. Really, really clean. But the actual script said, "Luke, I killed your father." And so that's what the entire cast and everyone that was like on the directing team thought that line actually was, until the movie came out. Only James Earl Jones and George Lucas actually knew that, no, Darth Vader was actually Luke's father. So GSA taking a similar approach, you know, got to disseminate these fake scripts with all sorts of different times on them. Thanks for spoilers, people say, about one of the most popular movies of all time that was released 50 years ago.
I wasn't about to call you out on it myself, but because I'm in the booth here with you, so.
I heard you killed him. Nailed it, Chief. Oh, really? The fake? Oh, wow. The fake line was apparently Obi-Wan killed your father. Huh. All sorts of things being learned today as Weegee showing off how to do sky jump very, very cleanly. Just beautiful flying.
Ooh, V1RO missing that first kick at that wing cap box, having to back up for it.
V1RO with that. I'm a little bit surprised that worked. I guess I just do not understand sky jump at all, because I thought that like him falling like that on the slope would have cost him too much speed in order to be able to get that.
And here we'll see if V1RO decides to go with that same route as last time, or if he'll go with the more standard route. But first we'll see wall kicks will work.
Weegee 2 for 2. Beautiful, just marvelous wall kicks will work. I just really, really love seeing that advanced strat pay off. Let's see if V1RO can make it 2 for 2 as well.
Just
If you do
very
side jump
nice.
right, you have a lot of excess speed. Okay, I must just be doing it terribly wrong then. Yeah, Weegee taking that penguin on a nice little roller coaster ride.
Interesting camera angle from V1RO there, not opting for the Lactu cam instead of going for the Mario cam. Keeping it up close and personal. Weegee will take care of his 100s, going with 17 to start out. See if V1RO goes for 18 or not. And we'll see V1RO changing up the route here. Going with the more standard route.
Yeah, pretty interesting choices from both of them compared to that first race.
Warbird with the host, thank you so much.
You hope your stream went well, Warbird. Definite shout outs to showing some people to this beautiful speedrun racing action. Yeah, Weegee taking an interesting little bonk there. As Weeg is going into BBH, you know, this was actually like probably my favorite stage as a kid. Which, like, oddly enough, probably my favorite room in it, and this is just gonna sound so weird, but when you go into the like merry-go-round area, right, and you leave, and there's that like big brick area with water surrounding the merry-go-round, and you leave that door, and there's that really dark brick tunnel that leads over to the elevator room to bring you back outside of the house. That like dark brick tunnel just looks so cool to me. I don't know what it is. That's always been like one of my favorite rooms in the game, despite it just being so basic.
I think I told you this before, but when I was a kid, you know, I got this game when it first came out. I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I refused to play BBH.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that the music messed with you so much.
I couldn't play it. It was too scary, and I had to get my uncles to play it for me, so I could get all 120 stars. Well, neither of these guys scared of BBH. Taking care of these stars in here.
Beautiful movement, synchronized door openings. Let's go. Some people saying that they just muted this level whenever they played it as a kid.
Glad I'm not the only one.
And for those asking, no, Weegee is ahead. V1RO is pretty close to Weegee. This is a much closer race too than that first race, but Weegee's still holding on to a pretty significant lead.
And both these guys using the same route instead of last time where V1RO took HMC early. Weegee getting that punch grab again. Well, V1RO opting for the dive there as we move into SSL. Weegee messing up on his plus, dropping the bomb, having to go for the top of the pyramid.
Yeah, that's one fail.
V1RO has an opportunity here to make up some time if he can get his plus on the first go.
Starting the Tama. And that movement right there where like you go into that like V-shaped valley and then you see them like dive into the bomb in that V-shape as Weegee missing. Okay, he's just gonna try to respawn the bomb. And not even able to get the grab. Let's see if he's able to make this work What? How is he?
Just drops
that would have been a legendary save.
What's the backup here?
Gonna have to go for Talon, but Talon is gone.
Oh,
Talon
man.
is gone.
This is brutal. This is absolute brutal on the time, and he's gonna move ahead. Where's he going? Oh, he's gonna come back.
He's trying to, he's trying to lead Talon back over to this pillar. Oh man. So yeah, they are now even.
While we were focused on Weegee, V1RO was having the exact same problem. Had to get Talon on that back left pillar as well.
And that's
now
really
we've got a
unfortunate
sync
when you miss it like that. Yeah, true sync here. The difference though is V1RO actually already has one of his pluses out of the way, as Weegee is getting this one nice and clean. He really wishes that was his first time. V1RO committing to HMC early. Let's see what Weegee ends up deciding to do. Weegee's gonna go back in for it. Okay. It comes down to whether, I mean, he's already lost some pretty significant time, but, you know, is he just going to add insult to injury, or is the sunk cost maybe going to work for him? It looks like it's the latter. He is able to go ahead and pull off this second plus on his 4th try, so 2 for 4. Not the stats that you're really looking for with a trick like plus, but ultimately he's not going to have to worry about having to deal with HMC right now, and as a result, going to be able to grab that nice and quick MIP star.
In correction on that first plus that Weegee went for, he threw it away because it was a medium bomb. Happy with the bomb size, so wanted to give it another go.
Oh, okay, I didn't actually see that. My bad.
Both these guys making their way through. Lethal.
Yeah, V1RO managing to have much better luck with these triple bullies this time around. Really, really great to see. You know, the long lava loop can be a pretty brutal stage, but ultimately these guys showing off just some really, really impressive skills, as V1RO going to be going for his lava boost. Kind of it seemed like a little bit of a weird angle, but...
Ooh, getting that nice pole glitch there.
Yeah, making that lava boost very, very clean.
Weegee on a really nice pace again here. Going for that quicker lava boost there, and he gets it. And getting the pole glitch.
Very clean lava boost there, as V1RO going to be going for his elevator tour.
But
he ends up... Wow, still surviving just barely with that very, very lucky lava bounce up there.
He's making a lot of the same mistakes that he did last race. He did that before.
Well, before it was just he missed the triple. This time it was he actually collided with that base of the pole, interestingly.
He straight on dived off the end. Weegee able to take care of his elevator. Weegee taking care of Big Bully there. Will make his way up the stairs.
Yep, gonna go ahead and be moving in for the triple kill, as V1RO gonna be moving into HMC early.
Similar route as last time, just not opting out of CCM 18. And Weegee will make his way into Triple D.
Yep. Senior Kitten's asking why V1RO is an HMC early. He just is deciding to do the HMC early CCM 17 route. Hasn't even gone for the double pluses in either race, so just seems to be his preferred route for whatever reason. Also, shoutouts to Benny popping into the chat.
While we make our way through the slower-ish part of the run, for those who weren't here for the first race, let's talk about pace.
Yeah, so whoever ends up taking this match and the next of the potential next two matches will be securing the final 70-star semifinal spot at Pace, our live event coming up on the 25th of this month. That will be held in Laurel, Maryland at Xanadu, where we've seen a lot of different Smash tournaments. So not only will our 70-star semi and grand finals be happening there, but we will also have our SMO any percent and Celeste any percent league finals there. And we're going to have all sorts of amazing showcase runs. Weegee is actually going to be running SMS there, as well as stuff like a Faster Quest OOT Hundo run, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, Owlboy, and a huge one that I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to is a 4-way 120-star race. So yeah, Pace is going to be super, super hype. Registration still open if you want to go ahead and get tickets. As Weegee missing that front sub, while Weegee's taking the time to set up for front sub again, you could take the time to go ahead and get your Pace tickets. So I certainly look forward to seeing as many of you there live as possible. But if you're not able to attend, definitely be sure to catch the stream, as we will be streaming the entire event live on Twitch. Remember, that is April 25th through the 28th. Hope to see as many of you there as possible.
Unfortunate to see Weegee miss that front right sub there since he got it last time. Having to eat some lag there with that left sub. And missing the star there. Having to dodge from being sucked in by the vortex. Having a lot of difficulty grabbing that star there.
Yeah, that constant pull is just so brutal on trying to redirect your momentum to get into the star.
And Weegee will make his way into Fire Sea. Getting that early lava boost, we'll want to see him do it again.
Okay, nice movement so far. Weegee rocking that older movement.
It looks like he will get that lava boost there.
Nice.
Saves a ton of time there. Just making really nice work of this Fire Sea. And V1RO will go for... As I say that, Weegee missing that ledge grab.
Yeah, just wasting a couple of precious seconds on the ending of this Fire Sea. Is V1RO going in for... Oh,
Having
what a weird lineup
with
for
that
front sub. Yeah, going that far left, he was never going to be able to get that, unfortunately. Managing to get it, but probably wasting some time over the rear sub just from all those lag frames.
Weegee making quick work of Fire Sea Bowser. And V1RO also having difficulty with that Manta Star.
Yeah, that Manta Star can be such a monka, just mainly due to those ridiculous ring hitboxes. Not only do they not quite correspond with the rings, the hitbox isn't even active until the ring fully spawns. It's ridiculous.
Oh, V1RO missing that wall kick there. May not be able to make lava boost now.
And Weegee trying to get wall kicks for express elevator. He is able to get them started though. And nicely able to finish out that star.
Even though V1RO wasn't able to get that lava boost, he gets that early Ellie.
Yep. Still a decent amount of time. Mainly, you know, gonna be losing a few seconds to Weegee's lava boost, but certainly nowhere near as bad as having to settle for a normal cycle. And so Weegee going to be entering Wet Dry World. Let's see how this 100 coin goes for him.
Going for that first double. Not going for the double.
And kind of unfortunate that he doesn't end up going for that. Robbie Rat Poison. Because HMC in Weegee's route is going to happen just before Tippy, and V1RO has already gone through HMC, the routes will converge after Weegee finishes HMC and V1RO finishes Snowman's Land. So as other people in chat have said, they'll converge at Tippy. Whenever you see them actually moving up towards the 50-star door, that's where the routes converge. And so Weegee with overall some really decent RNG in this Wet Dry World 100. And be finishing it off with an extra coin.
V1RO missing that triple jump against the cage, having to opt for the boxes here.
And V1RO also making the express elevator work nice and clean.
Again, just slight mistakes here and there from both guys, but otherwise really clean runs.
Ooh, but missing that wall kick on V1RO's side.
Going for the boxes again. Able to back it up. And Weegee will make his way into THI.
Oh, Jinx.
What script are you reading from? We don't have the same script, I think.
Yeah, unless somehow one of us got the copies of the fake one.
Oh, there we go.
On page 673, line 54A, what is the fourth word?
Let's see here. It says Punkay.
Okay, yeah, you do have the right copy of the script.
Okay,
Just
cool.
wanted to make sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
All right, so Weegee making his way now to the top of this mountain. You know, people surprised that the GSA scripts are so long. You know, we have to be very, very detailed to make sure these players know exactly how we want everything to go.
What y'all don't realize is the script is actually for the whole season.
Yeah, true, that too. Yeah. Ooh, V1RO narrowly missing that amp. Very nice. As Weegee finishing off Piranhas, so he's going to be about a stage ahead of V1RO. And V1RO having some issues yet again, it seems, with that video.
Weegee grabbing that Toad Star will make his way into TTM.
Let's see how TTM ends up going for Weegee. Ooh, V1RO just with those unfortunate internet problems. Weegee, though, showing that Breezeless is free for him.
Always nice to see when we see that Breezeless. Really nice race, though, again, for both these guys. Wish that we hadn't lost V1RO. But Weegee just on a really nice pace yet again.
Yep. And while Weegee is making his way up the mountain, Kobadik, it's mainly just...
Weegee took a slide, avoiding the death there, though. Having to kick all the way up that mountainside.
Yeah, meanwhile, V1RO picking up THI Reds. Breezes is one of those tricks that it looks fairly easy, but it is very, very precise to get that clip into the fence like that with that ground pound. But it's one of those things where, like, a lot of players find different tricks to have different levels of difficulty. Like, you have guys like Punkay that claim that Breezeless is basically free for them, and then there's other people that they just can't seem to get Breezeless for the life of them consistent.
Weegee having a little difficulty with that mountain clip, coming back down the mountain, having to take care of Reds instead. Thank you, the 60 Sax Man, for that host. Really appreciate it.
I hope your stream went really, really well, my man. As V1RO going to try to finish out THI before Weegee makes his way out of TTM, but with that mountain clip, it's looking a bit more likely.
Still having difficulty with that mountain clip. Few mistakes here and there from Weegee here in TTM. Hopefully he can clean it up here. And he'll get the glitch on the third go.
Yeah, nice to see him finally be able to get that, as he's going to make his way up to the top of the mountain for the second time.
As we make our way into Snowman's Land.
Yep, Weegee still on some pretty decent pace despite a couple of kind of weird errors. Let's see how he fares in Snowman's Land moving into HMC as he gets that wall kick and still not able to get up on top of that slope.
Weird, couldn't tell there if it was just a miss, if it was a bonk, or if that was an invis wall, invis ceiling.
Yeah, I think it was just he wasn't quite high enough to end up getting that ledge grab. Pretty sure. Beautiful breezes from V1RO, though. Oh, never mind. Weegee saying that that was an invisible ceiling. Kind of hard to see because it happened so quickly, but wow. Yes, Lencerity. V1RO did do HMC early.
Getting that fake sync. They're both with 50 stars.
You know, Weegee, however, about to move so fast through HMC.
Weegee taking care of Ice Bully. other than the small mistake there with climbing up the snowman's head, nothing too bad. And Weegee will make his way into HMC. Taking a small ledge grab there.
Yep, now let's see. Weegee opting for the standard dive this time as V1RO misses one of those reds. Able to back it up nice and clean. Pretty big Monka though, especially if you try to go to at that a little bit too fast, you can just fall right to your death.
Taking a bonk there, moving up towards that 8th red coin. Not what you want to see, especially with that route differentiation from Weegee. V1RO will now go into Snowman's Land. And Weegee with a nice triple box jump there.
Yeah, diving right into the star.
V1RO started moving in one direction, turned around. Not really sure what happened there with V1RO.
Okay, now Weegee gonna be going for Christmas Miracle, but diving just at a weird angle there, and able to back that up with a nice side flip into the ledge grab. Okay. Yeah, nice start though on Christmas Miracle.
And he'll get it.
And so Weegee with just a couple more stars to close out his HMC.
Boulder's being very nice to him this time around. And V1RO having a little difficulty climbing up that side there. Taking an invis-wall hit there. Sliding down the side. Is going to need to have a good backup here. It takes another slide though. And he's able to back it up and get that star.
I'm really lucky that he was able to do that so proficiently. So, all right, Weegee about to make his way up into Tippy. So, okay.
V1RO going to collect those SL reds.
Which, as you can see, based on this, V1RO really is not that far behind.
Well, he's kept it clean for the most part. Other than a couple mistakes here and there, getting breezeless will be a big help.
Yeah, it's pretty well the castle movement that's really getting them right now. As
Weegee taking the death
instead of a glitchy wall kick. Why did he go for that?
Looks like he was going for that more optimal strat for that Lakitu bounce. And
he's doing it again! Okay, he makes it work this time, but come on, dude. Why? Why go for something like that when you have such a significant lead? Just complete Monka there, but making it work. Grabbing Cruiser Crossing and getting the fade out at 4140.
These two guys are a lot closer now, especially with that death.
Yep. Meanwhile, V1RO, yeah, V1RO about 12 seconds behind. Yeah. I'm only like a tad tilted because it's just like when you have such a substantial lead, why would you go for something like glitchy wall kick?
I mean, we're talking about Weegee here, though. I mean, like we were saying at the beginning of the race, he definitely goes for broke. I mean, he goes for the harder strats. V1RO missing that ledge grab there for the Reds in Rainbow Ride.
Yeah, wasting a lot of time there. Oh, and then of course the ground pound there. He's able to get back up on top though. Gonna go ahead and start doing his Reds maze. As Weegee now has an additional star over V1RO, also doing his Reds maze.
Here come Death pointing out that Weegee is diverting from the script. The reason why commentator going nutso in the booth here.
Yeah, you know, we specifically told him no glitchy wall kick and your pay will be increased by 5,000%. And what does he do? A glitched wall kick. And so Weegee gonna go ahead and make his way over towards TTC. He's looking to go ahead and clinch this match 1 win. Let's see if he can manage it with a really, really nice TTC.
You just gotta keep it clean here, you know. If he takes another death, V1RO can definitely... V1RO missing the swing there, taking a death off the side.
Commentator's curse in full effect, and certainly the type of mistake that V1RO has been wanting from Weegee, not the other way around. Weegee very lucky with that bonk. I cannot believe that he actually survived.
Narrowly avoiding a death there. But we see both guys being claimed by Tippy.
Yep. But V1RO going ahead and grabbing, swinging in the breeze. And Goglibert, I am electric. So that's my voice.
Weegee almost taking another death there, narrowly avoiding it.
Yeah, how is he managing to back these things up like he is? It's just wild.
Looks like V1RO having terrible coin energy and taking a death in TTC.
Oh boy. And Weegee with just the wild backups. Ooh, and falling down after very nearly getting the moving platform strat up there.
We might be seeing Mario meltdowns here from both these guys here at the end of this run.
Yeah, TTC is certainly one of those stages that if any of them is going to cause a Mario meltdown, it's very likely to be this.
It looks like Weegee will be going for that TTC 100 last yet again. V1RO taking care of his 100s right now, though. Getting it out of the way.
Weegee simply saying, lol, this game is too hard. The understatement of the century right there. This V1RO, nice 100 coin. Doesn't have to worry about that anymore, while Weegee saving it for last for whatever reason.
I can understand it. Taking care of 100s last. I don't think that would be a popular opinion, though.
Yep. Weegee now going for his Reds. And so all he's got left is 100 coin, and then he's going to be in go mode.
Oh, getting hit there by that pendulum. Just not optimal movement. And we see Weegee going for his 100 here.
Seems to be going pretty steady so far.
And V1RO nearly taking a death there. And he gets hit by the pedal and does take a death.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Jeez. Shout outs real quick to EBM9 for that 3-month sub. Thank you so much. Yeah, big F on V1RO's side.
2 deaths in TTC here. It's not what you want to be doing, especially Weegee. Not sure what happened there, but almost taking a death.
That backup was just impeccable.
At least falling down,
Jeez.
yeah. Very good backup. Both these guys needing to get it together. Maybe learn a little bit of meditation. Center themselves.
Yeah, something like that. Just generally some
V1RO. Interesting movement from V1RO, having to back it up with that lower star. Not able to get up higher.
Yeah, really interesting movement from V1RO's side. Meanwhile, Weegee moving into bits. And that bonk gonna delay him just a little bit on his bits entry. Nice jumping and diving. It's gonna be pretty tricky on these stairs just because of the way that rollouts end up kind of getting eaten.
V1RO having an interesting time with rotating reds. Started off going upward, but missed a jump and slid down a little bit. Ended up collecting 3 coins on the way down. And decided, you know what, I have 3 red coins, might as well just go for reds now.
Ooh, Weegee with that attempted moving right side, stationary left then? And it's good, nice.
V1RO just having so much difficulty with those rotating platforms.
Weegee with that near devastating
What is
Goomba
V1RO
pop.
doing? He just like intentionally killed himself. What was that?
What? It looks like V1RO just giving up at this point.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunate to see. Jeez. Go ahead and continue.
Just a crazy way to finish up this match.
Yep.
He's going for rotating reds again. Oh, he took a quit out.
Wow.
As Weegee finishes up, looks like V1RO is just going to go ahead and concede.
Yeah, kind of an unfortunate ending from V1RO's side, but shoutouts to Weegee. GG's. He is going to take this match 1. So, GG's to both our racers. And the next matchup between these two guys will be Thursday, April 11th at 7 p.m. EST. Weegee going to be fighting to go ahead and take that second match and the final pace semifinal spot in the 70-star league. V1RO, meanwhile, going to be fighting to go ahead and move on to a match 3 on Friday. So we'll have to see how that ends up. Let's go ahead and see if we can get either of these guys in for post-race interviews. GG's to both guys for an awesome set of 2 races. All right, and we've got V1RO first in the call. V1RO, how are you feeling after those runs?
I mean, I feel okay. It's whatever. It's GG's to Weegee.
Yeah, I mean, certainly a really solid performance overall. Just a shame on a couple of those mistakes. Now, meanwhile, Weegee, how are you feeling after those races?
It's whatever.
They were all right.
It's GG's to
That was
Weegee.
a 49, so I'm not too upset with them.
Yeah, I mean,
they were good enough. GG's.
I mean,
Yeah, GG's, dude.
yeah, definite GG's. Weegee going ahead and taking that first match. Now, you got a couple of days until your next match. So first off, V1RO, how are you going to be prepping for that next match to maybe swing things more in your favor?
play the game. I haven't done a run in over 2 weeks, so I'm kind of like on break right now, playing a lot of Overwatch, but I'll definitely try to practice up for the next set.
Now Weegee, what do you think you'll end up doing to kind of maintain the gameplay level you've been showing off so far? Maybe even building up more consistency.
I'm probably just gonna do a little bit every day. I'm not gonna like overdo it like I was before. Like I'm still gonna be playing SMS mostly, but I'm gonna try to like finish like a run a day or something. I guess maybe just put in some kind of practice. It gets kind of like worse once you just play the game too much, because then all the small stuff that you mess up, you just overthink it in a race and it goes south. So I won't do too much, but enough to be ready.
Yeah.
Vyra, I'm interested in asking you about that TTC that you just had with the Reds. It looked like you were going to go up, but then opted to go for those red coins.
Oh, yeah, no, I meant to go for moving reds. I just saw people saying like they wanted moving reds in the chat, and since the race is pretty much over, I just went for it.
Vyro giving the people what they want.
Yeah, really, really stellar on that. I don't know why the moving reds are just always so impressive to me. Now, I definitely wanted to ask Weegee, how do you think that making the switch to kind of introducing more SMS, how do you think that's really affected your Mario 64 play? Because especially in that race one, you were playing really, really solid.
Yeah, I don't think it affects it that negatively because it's kind of like a break from the game. And like I said, kind of like not playing this game for a little while makes you forget about all like the mistakes you keep on making, and so you're kind of entering like a fresh mindset. So I mean, as long as you do like an hour or two of warm up before like a race or attempts, usually it's like you can get back into it in a better place. But I don't think like playing SMS ruins my muscle memory or anything. I think I'm used to it by now.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean that all the spinning you have to do and just the GameCube controller in general. I'm pretty sure just all of those big differences kind of keeps the brain separating those two in a decent amount.
Yeah.
Now, definitely wanted to go ahead and ask, go ahead and starting with V1RO. If you manage to take that playoff spot, what are you kind of apprehensive about going into the pace semifinals? Who are you kind of more apprehensive to play potentially?
Well, I don't really care who I play. I just kind of try to focus on my own gameplay and prepare my own way. But uh, I've never raced live before, so I imagine it's a bit more nerve wracking for a guy who doesn't have any experience. Like people like Punkay and Cheese, they've done all the GDQ stuff already, so probably a little bit nervous about that, but we'll see.
And Weegee, what about you? Obviously you have a lot of experience with that like really really high octane gameplay. Do you think that that's gonna carry over to the live event, or do you think that the nerves will kind of start affecting you there?
I think I'm kind of in like the same position. It's definitely gonna be nerve wracking playing in front of like a live audience, and just being able to see next to your other opponent. It's gonna kind of change the mindset, but hopefully for the better. I'm definitely nervous to go against like Punk A and like D whatever. It's definitely gonna be hard to go against them. Haven't gotten a 48 in a race yet, and he's just been like Punky got like 4 48s in a row or something. So that'll definitely be a hard one to win if that
Oh,
happens.
oh yeah, Punkay definitely kind of shaping up as the one of the huge hurdles for anyone else wanting to get into the grand finals. Um, well, certainly GG's to both you guys. Real quick, we do have one question from the chat that I figure I'll just go ahead and throw out there. What are your favorite animes? Starting with Weegee, and chat will judge you apparently.
Dude, Punk A it already hates me for it, but SAO Sword Art Online, I'm gonna get bullied. But yeah, that's my favorite.
Solid choice.
Dang.
Give a pretty generic answer, I guess, and say Death Note.
Okay, still solid choice. Still solid choice. Nice. Well, thanks for those answers. I'm sure chat going to go ahead and have a bit of a field day. Artemis in the back room already giving Weegee a bit of a hard time for that answer. So, well, all right. like again, GG's awesome races to go ahead and watch. Scott, did you have any more questions for these guys before we went ahead and let them go?
No, I don't have anything else. Just a reminder, these two guys will be playing against each other again on Thursday at 7 o'clock. I will be commentating along with Bedronis. So I'll see you guys there.
Yep, super excited about that. This is the last match of today, but tomorrow we will be starting nice and decently early at 3 p.m. EST with Stravas versus Sweet Saiga, match 2 of that SMO any percent playoff. And anyway, sorry. After that, we will have Celeste at 7 p.m., followed by Mega Man X at 9 and 10. So nice, pretty varied speed game action going on tomorrow. Definitely come back and check us out then. But in case you can't, it's been wonderful having all of you here. Definitely, we'd love to see you again some other day for some other race. And Scotch, it's been a pleasure calming with you again.
Of course, as always.
And GG's to our racers, and we hope to see all of you around again. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out, guys.
Later.